a quiet Florida town, life was simple until everything changed.
Did you see that?
As an alien force invades and takes control, a group of unlikely heroes must come together to save the day. They fought epic battles in the ring, and now they're back, joining forces for the ultimate fight of their lives. With every townsperson in danger, these seasoned warriors will have to bring their A-game to defeat the alien menace. In a battle where stakes are higher than ever, it's time to wrestle with destiny.
Pro wrestling versus aliens. Man, that's like a monster movie.
West Side, I'm triple gold.
Big Q.
Yeah, picture me rolling with some Dayton's on the Benz. I got no love for you niggas, ain't no need to be friends. Included you in my vision, thought you wanted to win. Cut you out, I tore it down and built it over again. Shit ain't stopping, I'ma pop it till the day is the end. Made myself in the beginning, then I made me again. When it's over, ice my shoulder, I ain't making amends. Play that trick in CeeLo Green, let it blow in the wind. I'm smoking better than I ever did. Gas prices just dropped, guess who got it in? Come get a fill up while the price right. In the dark, I'm shining like a night light. Cutting snow cap, the weed whiter than ice spice. Like Mike, what I say when they ask how I'm trying to ball. Y'all thinking Calvin Cambridge, but I went bald and all. Long story short, I'm never folding, but niggas still wishing and hoping. Picture me rolling, shining when you see me outside. I be chain smoking side, got me out of my mind. She be calling, trying to kick it, but it's hard to find time. Wake up in the morning, thank God, and then grind. Yeah, I don't pop pills, can you picture me rolling? 4K still, can you picture me rolling? Undeveloped film, can you picture me rolling? Fuck a record deal, can you picture me? Picture me, you niggas tickle me. Ain't fucking with my baby pictures, is you kidding me? Triple gold, made Dayton daily, I'm back in that mode. Before the summer's over, match me, I smoke out the bowl, make it roll. In the beginning, shit was going slow. Pack drop, this growing wings, come get it before it's gone. Check the mail, break a box like I'm Donkey Kong. Did a reel, made a sale before I up the post. Phone ringing, where you at? I'm on the way to you. Out the trunk, I made a killing, I know Ray Caruth. You can't dunk if you need me to throw the alley-oop. Never seen a meal, but it's coming soon, I found the loop. Went to Muse, in the dark you see my jewelry gleam. Had to make some chicken soup, them niggas sick of me. I'm back together, niggas wanna see me broken. Of course I had to triple my golden. Picture me rolling, shining when you see me outside. I be chain smoking side, got me out of my mind. She be calling, trying to kick it, but it's hard to find time. Wake up in the morning, thank God, and then grind. Yeah, I don't pop pills, can you picture me rolling? 4K still, can you picture me rolling? Undeveloped film, can you picture me rolling? Fuck a record deal, can you picture me? West Side, I'm so motherfucking triple gold. Niggas hoped it was over, but in my mind, we just getting started.
Oscar Mike Radio is a proud podcast partner of Wreaths Across America Radio, heard every Thursday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're also big supporters of the nonprofit I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. And with every Wreath you sponsor through Oscar Mike Radio, $5 goes back to this great organization dedicated to making a difference in the lives of veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders battling PTSD. Two Lives at Once pairs these brave men and women together with dogs rescued from kill shelters. In this way, two lives are saved at the same time by saving each other. Donate now. Go to wreathsacrossamerica.org Oscar Mike Radio to help. That's wreathsacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio.
I set out to get you with a fine-tooth comb. I was soft inside. There was something going on.
Monotony. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Dull, tedious, just plain boring. But what is this? A contender, perhaps? Something unboring by the looks of it. Jabs right at dull, an uppercut to tedium, something that keeps you on your toes, keeps your head on a swivel, a knockout punch to your old, boring workouts. Welcome to Fight Camp.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me? 'Cause I just wanna...
Get ready! Woo! We are on tour and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name. When last year I spent more money on spilled liquor.
Yeah, every bar's holy, straight divinity. Great stability with ancient wizardry. God goes writing on the page after I prayed, he visits me. My frame is spiritually plateauing when angels lifted me.
Another clothesline by the Warrior. He seems to be getting stronger, Jesse. I don't know where he's getting it from. Hulkster hardly able to make it to his feet. Now he's up there. He's going for a slam. Oh, I don't believe it. He got him up. He's going for the Gorilla Press. He got it. He did it. Oh, I don't believe it. It's over.
My life story like Black Rob drinking OE. That brolic shit broken down like Matt Hardy. See through these eyes and people my mind see. It's fucked up, ain't it? No need to remind me. But let me get to it. The stupid shit I was doing left other men dead and their lives is just ruined. From ODs to stick-ups going wrong, I stay sharp. Can think the way my mind think, dog. You not evolved. Used to snip pills out straws in bathroom stalls. Self-loathing scar, give me anything, I get it off. Coke, pills, weed, shrooms, you name it, I sold it. And I ain't proud of that. That's why I never fucking told you keep this shit real. Had a problem with blue pills. Was hustling a product, that product could got me killed. Goddamn narcotics, my pops done filled me in. But I still fell for it and the devil just laughs again. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Bitches suck the life out you, you live and you learn. Some women is the devil, you ain't showing concern. Thinking shit is all good until they making they turn. Flip the switch and act different, like you was the one tripping, like you was just dreaming, like she was not with it. You foolish, unquitted. Surely show your gimmick. Only sin is stand between us, and I know you can't see him. It's in the scriptures, passed down from the greats. I'm a MC8, you a MC stick. A-wax, homie, helping me this fate. Need help too late, leave him right where he stands. Yeah, just society's menace. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm up in it. Came from Squalor, peep my squad, peep my knowledge, no limit. I'm Master P up in the tank and got some bottles up in them. I manhandle the pussy. I'm feeling presidential. A legend in my own mind. Think I'm out of touch, I could give a fuck. EXP, bitch.
Recording live from the city of Flight. It's your boy Lido with my co-host Sinister One. We got a special guest tonight, my man Sha-Elemental. What's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I cannot complain. It's a beautiful day. New year, new things.
Word. I appreciate you coming on tonight, man.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I always do, bro, is I check in with my people, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Just do a quick mental health check-in on where you at today, bro, with your mental wellness. 1 to 10 if you had to put a number on it.
I had to put a number on it. I'd say like a 9, solid 9, maybe a 10. You know.
Word.
When I'm doing stuff like this, it elevates. I'll put it like that.
Same. I feel the same way, bro. Yeah, I'm sitting at a solid 8, 8.5. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Sinister?
I'm an 8. I'm sick. I'm loaded up on Dayquil to get through these 2 shows tonight. But I'm up there.
Loaded up on Dayquil. Oh shoot! Yeah, you need some orange juice or something, bro.
Some vitamin C.
For real, some orange juice. You need some black seed oil. You need some oregano oil. You need everything, man. I might have to send you a pack.
I already saw what happened when you drank that oregano oil the season finale.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, that don't sound pleasant.
Yo, that oregano oil had me over here coughing. I said, hold on. I said, yo, that oregano oil is strong, boy. But you know what? It knocked the cold right up out of me. It knocked it right up out of me, and I was cool the next day. And that's crazy. Because I was leaving to drive to Philly, like 2 days later? So 2 days later, we drove to Philly, and I was fine. That oregano oil real, bro. Seriously.
I don't know if I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, I know,
but
man.
hey, if it works.
Yeah, well, I mean, the crazy thing is, like, it's one of those things where it just, the doctors don't tell you about it, what it do, but it take it up out of you, man. I put it in some water, and I didn't have enough water to dilute it. That was my fault. And I'm over here, we doing a pod, and I'm drinking water, and I start choking. I'm like, oh. I literally like hit the mute button, and I cut the camera off. He said, yo, where you go? It was real, man. It was a real thing. I think that also was when we were talking about Slades, right?
Mm-hmm. Sean knows about the Slade situation.
Oh, does he?
That was crazy around here for a minute. That whole Slades weekend.
Yeah, Slades was nuts.
A lot of dudes was outed.
Yeah, Slades was nuts, literally. It was.
Wow.
Man, my bad.
Hey, it happens.
Oh man. So Sha, for people that may not know, who you are, what you do, bro, and your music, we did see the Ultimate Warrior video right before you came on here. Tell everybody about what you do, man, about your music.
Yeah, man. I'm an MC. I like to call myself an MC, not a rapper, just because connotations, things like that. But also, I pride myself on writing my own material, things like that.
Yes, there is a difference for y'all that don't know what an MC is and a rapper.
Yeah, and that's one of the qualifications. You got to write your own stuff. You know, you can be an entertainer, a performer, and all that, but to be an MC, there's a certain other aspect to it, the performance aspect, writing your own rhymes, that type of stuff. But yeah, man, that's what I do. Last year alone, I think I dropped 2 albums, and then re-released an EP with my boy Speak the Rebel, under the Scumlord's name. That's when we do stuff together. That's what we go by. So anybody can check that out. Did an album with my man Bofat called International Dastardly. He's from Germany, crazy ill producer. He works with the Snow Goons on Goon music and stuff like that. We'll actually have a new album coming out soon that I'm like probably 75% done working on right now. Dropped another album with producer Silly Grin that I'm good friends with, called Dastardly Grin 2 last year as well. So I've just been busy dropping music, doing podcasts. We got the Masters of the Gamerverse podcast that I do, Hip Hop Lifers with my man Brad Bailey, and also we run the Culture Corner Facebook group, which actually has led to a lot of collaboration with other MCs. So if anybody's is an MC or somebody who likes making music, or even just listening, go check out the Culture Corner on Facebook. There's definitely a lot of good stuff going on there. We actually got a compilation album coming out soon. So yeah, I'm just super busy other than like real life stuff, family, work. But then I like to pod, so I love doing stuff like this, love making music, and just getting it out there to the world, just getting everything out.
Word, you said that's called the Culture Corner?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going there now, bro. I got you.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get Lito out here for this Shock Bite battle rap that's about to take place. We had XL on the show.
Okay.
XL is going to be competing. Actually, XL is going to be at the event that you're at coming up on the 10th, January 10th. But it's actually been moved. The Shock Bite rap battle was supposed to take place in Boston, but now I'm hearing it's moved to Providence. But
that's what
we
I
had
had
XL
too,
on the XL was on this show, and he's going to be at this event that you're going to be at on February 10th that you're hosting this 45th birthday party. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, it should be a good time. A bunch of the 6-man crews coming out, so that should be dope. XL be performing. Should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. And plus, where I'm hosting, I don't have to stress the whole performance as much. I'm going to do a couple songs, but I don't have to sit there and think about a whole set list and sit there and rack my brain about that and make sure I'm all crazy about it. So it should be a good time. I'm going to have fun.
All right.
Word. Because I did music at one point in my life, and lately I just haven't been inspired, bro. So, but I got music on Apple Music and everything. I might have to send it to you so you can check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got mixtapes and a couple albums on there. For
That's
sure.
dope. Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned the inspiration, because it's kind of like, for me anyway, when I make music, I have this thing where I have to be in the right state of mind to really do it effectively. I can do it if I'm not there, but if I'm not there, my material isn't going to be the best it could be, and my best material, because I can always tell looking back and tell that, I wrote this when I was just writing to write. I wasn't in that zone. So I understand what you mean about that, because you really, if you're going to do it with a passion and do it well, that's part of it. You want to have that internal drive. And sometimes, just like anybody else, I'll go months without writing anything just because I'm meh. And then I could hear something, I'd and then I might go off for a couple weeks just banging stuff out. So it's crazy how artistry works like that. We're kind of especially wired.
Yeah. If I was talking to my homeboy about this, I said, I felt like when I had a lot of bad shit going on in my life, I could write like crazy. But now that things are different for me, it's changed. The inspiration has changed a little bit. So I can't write the same way that I was writing when I was going through stuff. It's crazy. And he was like, man, I feel that, because he was like, it's not writer's block. It's just the inspiration. It's just not there. I was like, word, I feel that. Because I still want to do one more album. I still want to do one more. I got to do one more. I still got a lot left in the tank. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you are an artist to that degree, it never goes anywhere. It's still there, especially with your love for music and everything. Who would you say, if you had to give in no particular order your top 5 MCs? Who would you say right now?
Right now, I mean, I'm a little biased, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit of a stan, but Nas is always my top number one. He's the GOAT to me. And over the last few years, he dropped like 6 dope albums, like back to back to back to back.
So that's no lie.
Like front to back banging. Hit Boy
Yeah.
did his thing, and I wasn't even a big Hit Boy fan, but after those albums,
Me
I'm like,
neither.
all right, I mess with him now.
Yeah.
So I got Nas. I'm a big Benny the Butcher fan. I like. It's gonna be hard to stop at 5. I like Freddie Gibbs. Stove God Cooks is one of my favorites. His Reasonable Drought album that he dropped a couple years ago is probably my favorite album in like the last 10 years. Anything Griselda, really. So I like Boldy James.
Okay.
Man, so many. Danielson is dope out of Toronto. Yeah, I could just go on and on and on, really. There's so many dope MCs out there right now making music, and it kind of kills me because, and I'm sure you've seen it, you see these comments by people, hip-hop ain't the same as it used to be. Nothing good comes out anymore. It's all the same thing, blah, 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 blah. But it's really not true. It's if you're looking at the mainstream, sure, yeah, but there's so much good music coming out every day. It's insane.
I agree. Some of the new shit is hard for me to listen to, like these dudes that just you have to say something for me to want to listen to what you have to be talking about something. I need substance. I'm a big lyrics guy. Like I like lyrical, you know what I mean? So like for me, like my top guys to listen to, and they're all, you might as well say they're like old school, but like I'm a Kiss guy.
Definitely. Royce, I gotta throw Royce in there too.
I like the whole Slaughterhouse.
Joe Budden was my guy when he rapped.
Joe Budden was my guy. People clown me for that today.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't care.
They be like, "Oh, pump it up,"
Yo,
and I'm like, "Y'all didn't listen to Joe."
If you put his lyrics on a piece of paper and would be like, "Do you think a genius wrote this?" In some of his stuff, you would be like, "Oh, damn! Like that is like his double and triple entendres that he would do and stuff like that." And then his storytelling, like people got a certain perception of him from Pump It Up, and they just stuck to that. And then they looked at all the outside of the music stuff, and the guy was way ahead of his times. Like Love and Hip Hop that's Joe Budden TV.
Yeah.
Like Facts. He gave them that. Like that was like, oh, here, let me show you how to do it, and you can
Facts.
steal it.
He was already recording himself with his lady, yeah.
And it's like, the guy was super talented lyrically. Like, what was that line he said that always gets me? He was like, oh, he goes, my audience is diehard. So if my fans spazzing, you might see the first drive-by from a bandwagon.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, like stuff like that. Like, he was on that Jay-Z level with the double entendres and the double meanings and all that type of stuff. But people just, for whatever reason, just don't like the guy. Which 100%. In some cases I can see. But
I mean, but for the music though, you can't clown him for his music. Because if you've never heard Mood Music, any of them,
any of the 4, like, get out of here. Like, those are some of the best mixtapes of all time. Probably the best in my opinion.
I agree. Fab was always my guy. Lloyd Banks was always my guy.
Banks is still dope.
Yeah.
Well, so is Fab, but
yeah, Fab. I hope Fab comes out with some more music soon. He's just been featured on some people's stuff, but like, he need to come out with some more.
I feel like we need to have a soul tape.
Yeah, if he bring another soul tape out, oh my, yo, them soul tapes was fire.
Yeah,
of course Jay, you know what I'm saying, of course Jay. But being in Ohio, I grew up on Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I'm saying?
I knew you were gonna say
that. Yeah, Bone Thugs and Harmony was my like that. When I was a kid, that's what I listened to.
I can't blame you. I did too.
And Biggie, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Biggie Smalls is what I was listening to growing up. I wasn't listening to Jay like that for real.
He came later.
Yeah.
But I was on the Bone like when Thuggish Rugged's Bone came out. I caught Creeping on a Come Up immediately. I'm like, yo, this is fire.
Well, Faces of Death though. That's the one
Yeah, that was
first,
before that. That was the Street album.
Yeah, it was red. It was a red tape, a red cassette tape. My mom used to be like, "What are you listening to?" I know they was doing some seance stuff and some of that shit was like,
yeah. And I gotta be honest too. I listened to that and like, I still can't understand a lot, especially Busy Bone. Yeah. I'm just like, it sounds good.
Yeah.
I just don't know really what he's saying a lot of the time.
Yeah. And then I mess with some guy like Outkast, one of my favorite
absolutely
groups of all time, like to listen to. 50. I met 50 Cent before, like shit was crazy. He signed a bottle of I bought a bottle of his liquor and he signed it for me. I still got that, actually, never opened.
So
yeah, bro. T.I. to me was like the South. Like he could always rap to me like
you just reminded me. Because I always think about this when he used to call himself the King of the South. I'm like, you ain't Scarface.
Scarface,
so,
yeah.
That's my guy. Face Mob.
And
Face
then,
Mob.
And then Jeezy. Jeezy was always my dude because he reminded me of like Pac, just because he was believable, and the way he talked about what he went through. Yeah, I listen to Jeezy all the time too, bro. So I listen to all kind of music, bro. All kind of music.
Yeah, that's only hip hop we're talking about too.
Yeah,
I'm sure you got some stuff outside of that too. You listen to. I know I do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But mainly hip hop.
Yeah, mainly hip hop. Yeah. I don't listen to much new stuff unless like Kendrick dropped his project and I've been listening to that. But I didn't get a chance to check out Freddie Gibbs' album yet, that new one that just dropped a couple months ago.
It was all right. It's not one of my favorites from him, but it's all right. You'll find some good tracks on there. Yeah. The new Redman's pretty dope if you like Redman.
I like
not
Red.
like world changing or anything for him.
Muddy Waters too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard some of it. Yeah. I heard some of it for sure. I like when the older the older guys drop. To me, like it's, you know what I'm saying? I hope Jay drop one more album for us, bro. Just give us one more. Nas been killing.
That's this last run to me, like I was like, all right, Nas got him now. Like
Nas been killing. He was dropping what every, I don't even know. It seemed like he was just dropping new shit every.
It was 6 albums in 3 years, I want to say. So
pretty much 6 albums in 3 years. That's crazy. That work ethic is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy work ethic. So before we came on, found out we had something in common. Both toy collectors.
Absolutely.
You got some defining moments behind you back there. What's those?
Yeah, I got we got our Macho Man.
Yo,
lots of shiny lights making it hard to see.
You can't even find that nowhere no more.
Nah, I've had this for probably at least like 10 years, I want to say. And he is rocking the Intercontinental belt too.
Word.
And then, matter of fact, we were talking about him earlier, but the Ultimate Maniac Warrior. I actually need to get the Macho Man one of these too, so I can have the pair.
I got that.
Up. Oh,
the Macho Man's up there. He's right there where I'm pointing to. If you want me to grab him, I'll grab him. But like he's on the wall. I got the Macho Man.
Then
that's
I'm
crazy. You got
the. Like, we need to have a discussion.
You know how much that figure's worth, bro? That Macho Man.
Nah, I got no
Maniacs. I seen on eBay someone sold one for $80.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I got that. I got that on a Whatnot stream for $25.
That's crazy. I think I got that at a flea market for like probably $10.
Yeah, they were trying to get rid of it. Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, let me get that."
Yeah, for real.
Let me get that ASAP. So when you start collecting, like because for real, I just went crazy over the past probably year. Start back collecting rather.
So I want to say what really got me, and this was a while ago, and it was kind of a slow burn at first, picking up something here or there, but it was back in might have been like 2005 when they did like I think it was the 25th anniversary reissue of Transformers, and I got Optimus Prime, the like first reissue of him, and then like it just kind of went off from there, where I started picking up Transformers here and there, and then like friends and family would be like, "Oh, you like Transformers?" And then they start giving them to me for gifts and stuff, and now I get this huge Transformers collection, which is awesome. I love it. I actually need to do some upgrading because they've been coming out with some fire figures lately. That look more like the characters from like the comics and the cartoons and whatnot. But so it started with that, and I just been kind of slowly collecting from them. What has been like the one that got me over like the last couple years would probably be when they started doing the Masters of the Universe Origins, because like I had those originally when I was a kid, and like the new ones are actually posable and like they don't fall apart with the O-rings and stuff like that. So I started collecting those, and then that got like crazy. So I got like Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, like I got a whole ill set up with tons of figures. It's crazy. And then Marvel too would be the other thing. But yeah, it's been like a steady burn that whole time, pretty much from back then till now.
I got a whole box of Marvel that I can't even put up, bro, because I don't have no room for it.
I'm getting a tear.
It's a whole box, and like for real, with the Marvel ones, I started collecting those again, for like the actual actors' faces. Like, so Tony Stark was like the actual actors' faces and stuff like that. Yeah. So
that's
I got those.
Because I got a. What got me back into the Marvel at first was the MCU ones. So I got like the biggest part of my Marvel collection. Well, actually, it's probably half and half now, half comic, but half MCU.
Yeah, me too.
So
MCU is mostly the ones that I got.
The main Avengers.
Yeah.
I do need and if anybody out there has one and wants to get rid of it, I do need an MCU Hulk.
Me too. I'm the same way. I need the Hulk, bro. I need a Hulk.
I got like the comic one, but I don't. It's eluding me. But that one's hard to find too. And when I seen it, it was like pretty pricey.
Yeah, me too. I seen one that I was like, I can't spend my money on. Like, I wait for it to come down a little bit. It might not, but I might be able to catch somebody that got one that they trying to. That's
I'm just hoping for like that flea market find where they don't know what they got type thing. I usually get good luck with stuff like that.
Yeah, I go on toy hunts, so I'll go to like Best Buy, Walmart. I'll go to we got a flea market out here. That's so crazy. I guess it's a whole store, bro. Every time I go in there, my wife's like, "All right, I'll be back because I know you're gonna be in here in an hour." Like, bro, it's so it's a big, like, in the flea market. It's like it's just this one area, bro. It's all, I mean, it's like everything that you need, like, in there. I went in there looking for a Swerve Strickland, and they told me it was like $40 some or something like that. And what they told me, the basic was $40 some, but they didn't have the actual one from AEW. I was able to I got him on the wall right here. Swerve Strickland.
Okay.
$15. I got him for $15.
That's dope. I haven't even seen one of those ever. Like,
you never seen a Swerve?
Wild. No, anytime I go to the store, and I get the kind of same treatment, except I usually get told, "Can we hurry up? Can we hurry up?" Because she knows I have to, like, I gotta check. Like, if we're in Target, I'm always like, "All right, what they got?" Even if I don't have money, I'm still looking. I'm like, I need to know what they got. She's like, "You ain't even got, like, what are you doing right now?"
Yeah, no facts. We make Target is like a Saturday thing for us. So like we'll go and we'll get there and we'll get our Starbucks, and then she's like, "I already know where you about to be at." I'm like, "I'll find you."
For real. That's funny. But yeah, so like you were saying, the AEW figures, like I've never seen a Swerve Strickland. Every time I go, it's like Hangman Page.
Word. Hangman Page. So you've never seen his actual, you've never even seen his figure.
I've seen it on ringside but never in the wild. It seems like it could be the Targets in my area too, but they just have their AEW selections kind of trash. Matter of fact,
no, I got it from Whatnot, bro. I got to tell you about that Whatnot stream, bro. I got it from Whatnot. I didn't get it from. It wasn't in the stores. Yeah. I might have to share some of my. You get it from Whatnot, like you get some deals on there, and if you had something that you were trying to sell, you can make some serious money on there.
My problem is I can't let things go.
Me too.
Once it comes into the collection, like if I hand you around this room, you'd just be like, "God damn!" Like between the video games and like
you showed me like some of that, like I was like, "Yo, you got some shit in there." Like I'm looking at the top, like the top row at the top. I see the X-Men on that side, and then
got a bunch of X-Men up there.
Yeah,
a couple Avengers. Got the zombie Avengers up there. That's what it is.
The zombie event. See, I don't even have none of them.
Yeah.
None of the zombie ones. That's crazy. That's crazy. Tell everybody how to like get your music and where to follow you and all of that, bro.
Yeah, for the music, you can find me on all streaming platforms, YouTube, pretty much wherever you can find music. It's Sha-Elemental, SHA hyphen or dash, whatever you want to call it, Elemental. You can look me up wherever you'll find the music. Definitely look for me on Facebook. You'll find Sha-Elemental Facebook page. That's up too. Or if you want to hit me up on the personal page, it's Sean Wick. Not John Wick, but Sean Wick. See how clever I am. And then on Instagram is Sean Wick 978. So yeah.
Word. That's what it is, man.
Then the Culture Corner group on Facebook.
The Culture Corner. Yeah, I might have to definitely get up in there. So we're gonna talk some wrestling, man. We want to talk some wrestling. We'll get into some wrestling. First topic we talk about is the indies. We like to give the independent, we show love to the independent, you know what I'm saying, pro wrestlers as well. 2025 season looks like it's kicking off around the country. What's going on right now with the indies? Is there anything coming up soon, Sinister?
Here, they already had their first event at the Brockton VFW. But like I said, the most interesting part is we've got this guy, Lee, the human action figure who got signed to the WWE ID. That looks to be what the big thing is involving the indies this year, is how this WWE ID is going to affect. Remember, there's like 5 of them. There's one here in the Northeast, one in Canada, one out west, one down south, and they've taken the best indie talent that they thought was the best. And I thought that once these guys signed to the WWID camps, they wouldn't be competing at the indie level. But the guy that we know from here, he competed last Friday night. So they're allowing these people to still be involved with their independent. So I think that's very exciting for the indies. I think this WWE ID thing is a big deal. I think this is a big deal for independents. Get your shit right. That's what this is kind of telling these independents now. You got to get your shit right, because what you've been wanting for years is finally happening,
I think people can thank AEW for that too a lot, because AEW kind of has laid a little bit of a blueprint with that by allowing some of their stars to still take indie bookings, and it's proven that it isn't as, I guess, risky as maybe WWE at one time thought it was when everything was under Vince's control. So I think this is a combination of Vince being gone, combination of the AEW influence as to how WWE really needs to compete now in that manner when dealing with stars. Because even though AEW isn't putting up those huge TV numbers necessarily right now, they're still paying the wrestlers very well and comparably to WWE. So regardless of what's going on, viewership-wise, it's still having an impact and helping basically the business in general.
Yeah, I agree. The WWE ID is like, I mean, if they would have had that back in the day, it's almost like the NIL for college and for college kids. You know what I mean? Like it's the NIL. It's almost like that but it's for pro wrestlers. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a portal. Yeah, it's like a college portal.
It's a feeder system.
Yeah, that's dope that they're doing that. And this just the beginning, honestly, because I think they just started that, didn't they? It wasn't too long. It hasn't been too long.
I think they announced it maybe 6 months ago, but now they're starting to kind of show what it is, naming people and stuff. And it's cool too, because it's going to allow, I think it's going to help certain indies, especially the ones where the people they've chosen are established, be a little bit more safe than maybe we've seen them be in the past, because they don't want to risk those relationships in certain ways. So I think that's going to help mitigate some injuries and stuff like that, whether how big or small that impact may be. It could have a slight one, I think.
Word. AEW Ricochet he's getting heat right now. He attacked Swerve with Scissors on Dynamite's debut on Max. I seen that. How y'all feel about them taking Ricochet and making him heel? Like, I don't know.
I'd be okay with it if they did it in a different way. I just can't take him all that seriously, like trying to be acting like a tough guy and trying to be intimidating and stuff. So it's like if he's going to be the heel, I could kind of see him being like a schwarmy, like just classic, like cowardly heel.
Yeah, that's never been his MO. So to see him do this, and let me tell you, one other thing that I'm tired of seeing, like, come on, man, like, my man Swerve, like, y'all got to stop using him as this. He get like that. Y'all making him get beat up by Bobby Lashley and his crew, and then now you making him get beat up by, Ricochet. Like, I don't know what's going on with this whole thing of making him be the guy.
Yeah, he's been taking L's a lot lately,
and it's really like it's bothering me. Like,
and it's really weird too because it doesn't really seem to affect like the reaction from the crowd though at all either. People still love him.
Yeah. Yeah, because they know what type of talent he is, and they know what he can do in the ring. It's like, and him and Ricochet, that match will be fire.
Oh, I mean, they got history too. So
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of every time I see a pay-per-view match or anything, like I'm always thinking of the action figure that's coming when they put the.
That's not funny. I do too. I'm like, all right, well,
I'm always thinking of that, like, because when they did they got a Will Ospreay coming out soon. It's gonna be epic, bro.
Yeah, he's the man.
So you think they'll have a Roman Reigns with those J's on from Monday night?
For sure, they were Kobe's. They were Kobe's. They wasn't. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because I don't even want to go. I don't want to get there yet. But that is for sure happening because he had new gauntlets on too. But we'll get to WWE. When this is over with, I don't want you, Sha. I don't want you to get like when we like are no longer live. I want you to stay on because I'm gonna show you something I got. I gotta show you something.
My thing on Ricochet is funny because Triple H actually had just come out in an interview and he, they had asked him about his thoughts on Ricochet, and Triple H had said that when he was with WWE, he was a guy that didn't like to talk, he didn't like promos, and that was kind of one of the things that led to him being released from the WWE is because he wasn't this guy. And now all of a sudden, for some reason in AEW, he's kind of found his niche. He's on the mic more. And
he wasn't released though. He chose to leave.
That's right. He chose. You're right. That's right. Correction. Yeah. Yep. He did choose to leave. So Triple H was kind of happy for him to see him be at the forefront of this discussion of being this character that he is, because he said he was terrified. He was terrified, and he doesn't know why. But for some people, it's a different. All it is a different atmosphere.
Cutting promos aren't for everybody. Everybody can't do it. But I think that it's better for Ricochet to be in AEW just because of the type of talent that he's going to go against. Is going to be better matches as opposed to
fit the style way better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was saying, like the whole environment thing. I mean, when somebody's more comfortable, they're able to go outside their box a little bit more. So that's probably part of it. Where he does have a lot of friends over there that he came up through the Indies and even Lucha Underground with and things like that. So I can see. And then like when he was in WWE originally, we have Vince there and just kind of how we know that structure was and stuff. That makes complete sense.
Yep. So the whole him having scissors and taking Swerve outside and like hitting him with the scissors and all of that. Like, yeah, exactly.
We're talking AEW. We got to go with the scissoring. Yeah. So sick of that. I'm like, really, guys? I'm like, come on. But hey,
scissor me, daddy ass. I love them, man. The Acclaimed. Everybody loves the Acclaimed. I love them.
Yeah, and Max Caster has definitely had some bars in there roasting a lot of people that were pretty good.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
he
all right,
did.
I can mess with the guy. My problem with him, like listening to his music, I don't know if you've actually checked out his music. For me, is he sounds like Drake. He has that nasally
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
And so I'm
I
like,
heard his
man,
music. Yeah, he
it's
does.
not bad though, but
It's
just
not.
not for me.
Yeah, Swerve's music isn't bad either.
No.
Yeah, yeah. He's Swerve actually has done things with Jericho. Jericho will bring him on tour.
Yeah, I seen some video of that.
Yeah, that's dope.
They were doing Rage Against the Machine, actually.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy because Jericho still has Fozzy. That's his band.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's crazy. Ring of Honor entering their 23 year of being in the game of professional wrestling. I love Ring of Honor.
I
Ring
went
of
to
Honor
Death
always
Before
has some.
Dishonor. What was it? It was in Lowell like 2 years ago when Claudio won the Ring of Honor title.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I got to see my favorite match of the night was FTR versus the Briscoes. And it was
Yeah,
I think it was the 3 falls match. That was, yo.
I got
Woo.
FTR up there too. FTR is
Good
on the
man.
wall. And I got the Briscoe. I gotta show you that. I'll show you the Briscoes. They just had a 1 of 5,000 come out. Briscoes. I have to show you that too. I got those. They're in a box. Those stay in a box too. Yeah, man. FTR, I love them. They remind me of kind of like the Midnight Express a little bit. You know, just a little bit.
A little bit of them, a little Tully Blanchard and Arn.
Yeah, a little bit of Brainbusters, yeah. People forget about Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, that they were a hell of a tag team.
Yeah. In the WWF and
yeah,
WCW.
for real.
People forget the Brainbusters in WWF.
Yep. For sure. TNA, man. TNA has it's hard talking about TNA every week. But TNA, they renewed John Schuyler, Ash by Elegance, and Masha Slamovich's contracts. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Yo, honestly, with TNA, I've always been, since they had like put the name out, I was like, yo, come on, really? Like,
and TNA used to be so good.
And I was like, Vince Russo had something to do with this, didn't he? I don't think he did at the time, but you could have swore he did based on the name.
TNA used to be so good when they had.
It was like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels. Like, yeah, back then.
Yeah. Now it's like, it's hard though. I watch some of it. Like, and Moose is good. I hope he leaves though. Moose need to go somewhere else. He needs to go to maybe AEW or something.
Jordan Grace is making a big announcement tomorrow night, I guess.
She's gonna be in the Rumble again.
WWE?
Yeah,
I bet you she's gonna. Yeah, I think she's gonna declare herself for the Royal Rumble again. I do too. That's what I.
Jordan Grace, and we talked about her before. Jordan Grace used to be a different person, and now she just looks like, like why? Why did you do that to yourself?
Yeah, she's the juggernaut.
Yeah,
literally.
I mean, looking at her career right now, where it stands, though, I mean, it seems to be working all right for her.
Yeah, because they want her to look more manly. She didn't even have, like, she could already wrestle. Like, yeah, Jordan Grace, man. Shout out to her though, but still. Every time we talk about Jordan Grace, I always shake my head, bro, because like I remember her like when she was starting off, but you know, people can get in your head and be like, you need to look this way. And
social media drove her there, because I followed her on social media before the transition when she was just this chubby blonde chick in wrestling with the black boyfriend, and I saw her on her social media and started following her because she wrestled good.
Yeah,
but you could see the people body shaming her because she was fat, and then she started doing the workout videos and doing the powerlifting stuff, and then she started to see the whole difference, and now she's where she's at now, and I feel like seeing that transition from the body shaming and all the stuff that she went through, I can kind of see why she's where she's at now, and kind of getting the respect that she's getting. But it was a hard trip for her because people were real nasty to her on social media. They were in the beginning. So
hopefully it seems like she used all that to fuel herself to get her where she is now.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely, and a lot of people in wrestling I've heard say over the years, like, oh, like, how bad do you want it? And part of it is like the look is part of that to a lot of people in the business. So I can see, especially somebody in it, that becoming their thought process. And then when you throw in all that extra social media pressure and everything, my hope is just, and it seems like she would be the type and is the type that kind of just like, boop, boop, I'm just going to focus on doing what I need to do to be the best I can be at what I'm trying to do.
Right.
And people suck too. Like, that's a whole nother.
What?
Now, we can talk about WWE. Tiffy Time cashes in on Money in the Money in the Bank on SmackDown over Nia Jax. I knew that was going to happen eventually. Did not know it was going to happen then.
No. After the controversy, though, is that who she needed to beat? I'm just saying.
Right. I feel that. And I was a little
like Vince was doing that. Well, I did anyway. I was like, is Vince back?
Yeah. I was a little pissed about that because I'm like, you turn on Nia. I mean, now Nia was kind of like keeping her from, but she was protecting her too. I don't know. I mean, I just, they took that belt away from Nia, but Nia still has that one belt though. The one that she does once a year, right? Did she win that one?
Yeah. The Queen belt?
The Queen belt, yeah. So she still got that one. No. It was in Abu Dhabi or something. The one
I thought those don't really count though. They like show up and then they disappear forever.
Once a year? Is that them big belts that Triple H?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, they gave him those huge belts for. I think that was just
for the pay-per-view, but
yeah,
she still is the owner of the women's one, right? So
I'm sure they gave her a copy at least.
Yeah. Oh, so you think that they're going to do one every year? They have a new person every year wrestle for those?
Probably.
Yeah. That makes
sense. Be cool
sense.
if they had like a defending champ or something.
Yeah, it would.
Like she faces the next person who qualifies or whatever.
Yeah. How y'all feel about Tiffany winning that belt?
I mean,
she works hard. She works hard.
Yeah. To me, I saw it coming a mile away. Not necessarily the timing of it, but it was coming. Like we all knew it was coming. So, and with as popular as she is with the fans, while being a heel at the same time, I mean, I can't blame them because having a heel champion a lot of the time opens up a lot more story opportunity than necessarily your classic babyface does. So, it's probably a smart decision moving forward. But I don't know if I'm necessarily a fan of her per se. She's all right.
Yeah, she's all right. Yeah, she's all right. Before we talk about the Netflix one, I want us to close with the Netflix one. I want us to because of the way we got our topics here. Let's talk about Cena and Punk declaring themselves for the Royal Rumble. When Cena did that whole thing, in my mind, I said they're going to make him win it. He's going to go against Cody. Is that what y'all? That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Or they could swerve us and go whoever has the other belt. But I'm kind of thinking the same thing.
But what are they going to do with Cena? What are they going to do with Punk though? Because Punk wants to wrestle for the title.
I think they're going to they'll probably be a double main event. One of
Punk
them will be on
Gunther.
night one. One will fight whoever has that by then if it's still Gunther, and then the other one will be with Cody probably in the other night. I don't know which way they're going to necessarily do that. I can see probably more so Cena versus Cody.
Yeah.
Than I could see Punk versus Cody.
Yeah, I can see that too, and I think somehow Gunther is going to be thrown into this. It might be a triple threat, maybe Gunther, CM Punk, and maybe one other person.
Potentially Seth Rollins.
Yeah, maybe Seth.
We have Goldberg coming back too this year. for his so-called final match, unfortunately.
But he's gonna wrestle him at Royal Rumble, though, right?
He hasn't said
So they
what he's
might
gonna
make
do
him
yet,
win.
But Royal Rumble could be another one there. Another surprise entry with Goldberg. So
if Goldberg, see, this is OD.
But Goldberg, remember, Goldberg has heat with Gunther. Remember that?
Yeah, I know.
Gunther.
That's why I said they're gonna make him win. He gonna beat Gunther.
We got to stop with the goal. I'm like, back in the day, yeah, I get it with Goldberg, but now, like, that ever since that Undertaker match with him, that was like, just you don't need to be in the ring anymore.
Right.
It's
I
just
agree.
not. Well, with Undertaker, especially a guy that size, definitely not. But even still, like, I think it's just time to kind of let it go.
Yeah.
Like, let one of the younger guys have the spot.
I hope Brock comes back and beats the shit out of Gunther. You ain't putting him to sleep, motherfucker. That dumbass sleeper hold that he does, bro. Like, that shit, I was like, oh.
Hey, the resurgence of old school.
I mean, I get that, but, like, it makes me so mad. Like, and then Sinister One always, like, if he wins by, like, sleeper hold, he'll make sure he puts that in the notes. Like, Gunther wins by sleeper hold.
But that's why he does it, because it pisses people off. That's like, I was watching an interview with Jinder Mahal. And it was after he left WWE and stuff. I actually enjoyed his championship run. I kind of loved every second of it, except that stupid part when the Great Khali came out. That guy just like thought like my grandmother could beat you up because you can't move. Like kick him in the knees, done. But he was talking about how like they were like, yeah, so people want to know like why like you were so slow in the ring and like why you would do so many like rest holds and he was like, well, actually, he's like, that was Vince making me do that. He was like, Vince wanted me to do that because it aggravated people and got the crowd to dislike me even more already. And I was just like, I mean, yeah, I get it. I'm like,
it makes sense.
I'm like,
definitely makes sense.
Like, I was down with Jinder. You cannot hinder Jinder, in my opinion, but that's just me.
What they call him,
the Maharaja.
Yeah, the Maharaja. Jinder Mahal. I hated watching Jinder Mahal wrestle. Every time he wrestled, I wanted someone to whip his ass every time.
Didn't work.
I saw this too. WWE wrestlers under contract right now are having success wrestling outside of the country, like Omos. What was that, Noah or something like that?
Noah in Japan,
yeah. He looked good, man. I don't know. I didn't know he was still under contract with the WWE, and they're allowing him to do that. But that's kind of like they used to do with the New Japan Pro Wrestling. They used to let you go to Japan and wrestle. Did you ever watch that match where I tell you Hulk Hogan was?
Yes, I did. Yeah, that was a crazy match. Yep,
I watched
it.
The one where he actually did moves.
Yes.
The classic.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I figured that's what it was.
Yeah, like I was like, when I first seen him, I'm like, he doing drop kicks and shit. I'm like, what the hell? He's drop kicking. He doing all kind of stuff. Like, I was like, yo, he was wrestling different.
What surprised me about this almost story is that he is the first WWE under contract wrestler to get a championship belt outside of WWE while under contract. And I'm like, Hogan didn't do that? None of these guys have done this? The fact that he is the first WWE contracted wrestler in this many years, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But here's the thing. Japan loves big men. And that's why he is. There's something about big men. They already teased. He had a moment outside the ring with the champion for the what do you call it wrestling over there? The sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
They had a stare off. And as you know, that's one of the big matches that they have there is a sumo guy against a pro wrestler. Yeah. Japan is infatuated with big men. Look at all the big men that we've had that have gone over there that have been successful. Hulk Hogan went there, successful. Big Van Vader. Vader being
Stan Hansen, that was my guy.
They love the big men in Japan. Huge. Ernie Ladd. If you want to go, we're going way back. You know, it's something about the big guys in Japan that just, it sells. If I'm not mistaken.
It's good for him, too. Because he can use some seasoning. You know what I mean? And that's a perfect place to get it is in Japan. Because, like, the work rate over there, using industry terms or whatever, is a lot higher than it is, say, in WWE, which I think will actually be a really good thing for him over there.
Agreed. And I don't think WWE knows what to do with him. So
he was one-dimensional here. He was super one-dimensional. And I heard Triple H talking about this, and he says, you know, sometimes when guys are too big, it's hard. It's hard for them to work with guys in the ring. He's 7'3". He's one of the third tallest people in the world. Omos.
That's crazy.
So that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah. That's
so
crazy.
Good luck to him. I applaud it. I applaud it. It was a good match, and he's tied in with some good people over there in Japan. So
so he'll be, and they'll take. If you went over there and you become someone that they like, they'll take care of you. So he'll be all right. He'll be fine.
And eventually, if WWE season likes what they're seeing, they're going to bring him over and give him a push too.
Yep. And one
how
way
could
or
you
the
not
other.
with a guy that size? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
how would he not be unstoppable if he's on his team?
Well, here's the other funny thing too. I watched Undertaker. Mark Callis has a great podcast right now, and they really talk about the insides of wrestling. They talked about who really ruined it for big men, and Mark Callis, goes on to say that it was the Big Show who ruined the big man mystique when he came with such an attitude from WCW that it left such a bad impact and a bad taste in the WWE that, any big man that comes along in the WWE, they all are coming behind that Big Show attitude that he brought that nobody liked, and he had to be slapped down. So there's that issue that Mark Callis talks about. Mark Callis talked about how he had to slap Big Show in the ring, and they showed the clip. Him and the Big Show were tag teaming, but he pissed him off so bad that he had to slap him in his face. And tell him, hey, knock this shit off, bro. Because and Big Show talks about it all the time. He says he came to WWE, he had a big head, and they had to put him in his place
because of all his success in WCW. I mean, he was the king of the world over there, and comparing his WCW days to his WWE days are like night and day. When he was in WCW, I mean, he was doing kip ups, doing like all kinds of crazy stuff that you would never see him do later because as his body deteriorated, he just couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
So some of that was slightly earned, but when you come into a new company, you can't be acting like you got to show proof.
People forget when Big Show came to WWE, that was the height of the attitude. That was Stone Cold, Undertaker, The Rock. Yo, you wasn't about to break into that one.
Thanks.
He actually did his debut. He interfered with a Stone Cold match, didn't he? It was a cage match, I want to say.
Yeah. 100%. 10:25. Let's take the last 10 minutes and talk about this Netflix, Raw on Netflix. Match of the night. What y'all think?
Match of the night.
There was only a handful of them.
Yeah, CM Punk killed it. That match killed it. That was a good match. Him and Seth Rollins, they killed
the final
it.
match.
That was a pay-per-view quality match for Raw, right then and there.
Right. So what was our matches? We had Punk, Rollins, the Solo and Roman,
Solo Roman,
Rhea and Liv, and then what was what kicked it off? Oh no, the first one
Solo and Roman.
Solo and Roman kicked it off.
Yep.
All right, so that was it, right? That was the whole thing.
Yeah, I think that was all of them. Yeah. It was just them 4 matches.
For 3 hours though, man, lots of filler in there. They really need to work on that.
Yeah.
They got such a huge roster. There definitely should have been more wrestling on that.
I think that was because it was Netflix's first night, and they had to really get that money out there. That's what I felt. I understand. I was a little upset at a lot of the promo when they bring Fluffy in to promote his thing. I get it.
Yeah,
Netflix had to show Netflix had to show their asses off too. I got it. I don't think we're gonna see it be like that anymore.
Yeah.
But that was my biggest match. CM Punk, that match killed it. That's Seth Rollins.
Oh no, and
CM
Jay
Punk
Uso and
and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre. Yeah.
Yes.
Which I can't believe Jay Uso went over Drew McIntyre. It's a crime against humanity. It ain't right.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna lose too.
That's the funniest moment of the night. That if you had to give the funniest moment of the night is Jay Uso coming down with Travis
Scott,
and he's trying to give him a blunt. He's trying to give him a blunt. He
didn't want it. Like, no.
What, you trying to get me fired? You trying to get me fired, bro?
Travis out there smoking. I thought he was supposed to defend that belt. The hardcore belt.
Well, you can do that 24 hours a day. We just catch them in the alleyway somewhere at the airport. We got this.
Facts. We get that belt our damn self. Biggest surprise of the night.
Wow. I got to be honest. I don't think I had one.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, one. My biggest surprise for the night that Penta didn't debut. Other than that, to me, everything was super predictable to an extent. Not to say it wasn't good, some of it.
It's next Monday. It's going to be next Monday, his debut.
My biggest surprise was, I thought, and me and somebody else talked about this earlier. Shout out to my man Dale. I thought that when The Rock came down and Paul Heyman gave him the Ula Follow, I thought he was going to put it on his own neck.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
That was my biggest letdown. That was my letdown of the night. That wasn't my biggest surprise because I thought we were building up to this thing, and then it was
we are though. I think that's the Swerve is coming. They have to think about this, Sinister. They have to. There's nobody else for Roman to fight. Not now. The way that Rock looked at him in the ring. Well, outside the ring when he
Kevin Owens right now.
Kevin Owens is gone.
KO should have done that because he still owes him.
He does, but he's not. They're not gonna put him against KO. They're gonna put him against. They're gonna put Roman and Rock together. It's gonna be some type of family because The Rock calling himself the High Chief right now. The High Chief is gonna feel like because of what Roman's been doing as far as like he lost the bloodline at first, and I think all of that's going to come into play. And
I hope so, because without that, if this is the end, that's
they're not going to end it like that. Not the way that camera panned in, and he put his hand out like this. It's going to be one of those ones where they have to do this now. I think they're going.
I kind of hope, like Roman just turns heel again, takes the new bloodline, goes, you know what, you guys come with me.
Right.
And then he's back to his old ways.
My biggest surprise wasn't even the wrestling moment. My biggest surprise was the Hall of Fame legend Hulk Hogan coming out to a WWE crowd that he got literally booed.
That was my favorite.
That man.
That was the I felt bad for the racist. I actually felt bad for MAGA racists. I was like, yo. Even Jimmy Hart came out waving the flag, but when the boos got so bad, even Jimmy Hart was like, "Oh shit, you're on your own, bro."
Jimmy Hart, he went back inside the tunnel. He said, "I ain't doing this."
I saw Sean post on my thing, and he was like, "Dude," he's like, "That was his best." He's like, "I loved it."
Yeah, when he was booing, I was rolling when they were booing him. I was laughing so hard. That's what his ass get.
Yeah, and to be pandering his liquor, his booze.
Yeah, like care about your beer.
At work.
Yeah, like cares
but
about.
Even Dominic was like, "Damn." Even New Day was like, "Damn."
And the New Day, let me just say one thing about them.
Heat.
Hey,
they getting the heat right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even like y'all just need to go home or something. Like, don't even like.
I've never
be away for a while. They needed to be. Kofi done cut his mustache off. Like, Well, he got the beard with no mustache. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I don't know what you're doing. Just cut it all off. Like, if you're gonna do that, like, yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
So my question to you guys is so we saw this moment. Rhea Ripley gets the belt from Liv Morgan, and then Undertaker comes out, and I felt like, was this kind of a passing of the torch to Rhea to become this next version of the Undertaker, like the next Taker? You know, we all thought that Kevin Owens was getting that kiss off, and it never happened. So, do you guys feel like what this was all about? With
Maybe
Taker
a
coming out for
female,
her?
maybe so, because she said in the, if you know the camera panned to her, she said, "I didn't expect that to happen."
Yeah.
When his music started playing, she didn't know he was coming out, so that it might have been something like that.
I look at it like a cosign.
Yeah.
Because they've kind of, he's already done that with a couple people as far as like male wrestlers. Like he did it with Bray in a way.
Yeah.
Like obviously Bray's gone now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, rest in peace to Bray.
But yeah, I think that's what I take it as. Just kind of like him putting his stamp on her, being like, yo, out of all the women, like,
yeah,
you're the one.
You got it. Yeah, you got it. Yep. I agree. Yeah, man.
And
I'm excited to see SmackDown and excited to see what the next Raw is going to look like as well.
So here's the funny thing about this. So when you look at Netflix and you look at the 3 shows, Raw is TV PG. They've got SmackDown as TV MA. And then they've got NXT as TV PG.
Mm-hmm.
So we did see some swears dropped and things of that sort on Raw. What are we going to see on SmackDown with TVMA rating?
I don't know.
And are we having a draft this year? Are we having a draft this year or not?
That's a good question. I don't know. We're going to have to see.
That's usually after what? After Mania they do that typically?
Yeah. Usually it's after Mania. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. Yeah, man. Excited to see what's coming up. Yeah, we're at 10:33. We did let's say 10 minutes. So we did pretty good.
Quick question though. They're already, one of the things about being on Netflix we know has opened up the amount of views and people watching. They did announce on the show, if you missed it, they announced the 2K25. You know, when he goes into the room, when he went into the room, he said the date, and then they had 2K25. So obviously, it looks like Roman's going to be on the cover of 2K25.
Yeah. Yep. Yes,
I'm pretty
sir.
sure that's what that is. And then they've already announced next year's Royal Rumble next year, 2026, in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of weird as to why announce that now, but I guess it has a lot to do with. But Dubai's putting a lot of money in WWE's pocket.
I get
That's why they keep going over there.
Wait,
I get it.
They said Dubai though this time and not
Saudi. It's Saudi, right? I thought it was Saudi.
2026, I think it said. That's when they showed the promo.
I thought it was Saudi Arabia.
Dubai.
Oh, well, either way.
Oh, okay. Well, Dubai's a little different, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about that.
Saudi, they go back to Saudi this year.
Oh, okay.
Right? But this is 2026. They've already advertised for that in Dubai. Right. So they love that money over there, I guess.
There's lots of it.
There is, but still, taking Royal Rumble over there, I don't know, dog. We just had to see how it go. Because I know some people that was like kind of salty that nobody's gonna be able to make that trip over there. Like, it's just gonna be them. And
I do know I'm excited for now, even more so for WrestleMania in Vegas because of what they did inside that Sphere on New Year's Eve. That was just sick.
Yeah,
so WWE WrestleMania in Vegas is going to be crazy. And then they also announced, was it SummerSlam or Royal Rumble is going to 2 days. So this looks like it might be the
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam is 2 days now. So what are you guys' thoughts on that real quick? Do you when they did this with WrestleMania, I said it was a bad decision, but then it ended up being the best thing ever for me. 2 nights.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I enjoy it, but it's also a lot too.
It is.
It is. It is. But when you hear about how many matches had to be, how many matches got dumped because of the time constraints of WrestleMania, I realized, holy shit, I didn't know we lost this many matches that were supposed to happen.
Yeah.
The 2 nights allows them to have all of these crazy matches, so I'm down with it. I'm down with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I think it'll be exciting for sure. Let's just see what happens this year when they do it. I mean,
you know what my other thing was, real quick? I really thought that this Netflix was going to be a prelude to WrestleMania, and they really didn't. It was all about the Royal Rumble. So it looks like the Royal Rumble is still going to be the precursor to WrestleMania.
Yep.
They
don't want to change that.
No, that's a beautiful setup.
Yeah.
It's great for storytelling, and you can kind of set things up pretty easily with that. It allows you to make a quick swerve too if you're like working a story for a while and it's really not hitting and people ain't liking it. You got Royal Rumble there to kind of reset and change things up if you need to.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, great show, fellas. Sha, thank you for coming on, bro. We appreciate you. For my man Sinister One, I'm Lito. This is Turnbuckles and Spill Liquor Podcast. We'll be back at you next time, same time next week, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we out.
Me in vantage points, so I can't abandon joints. Gotta grab the coins, pay me wickedly. Superman of Thor, who am I? Haters mimic me, and they fans cheer him on with their capabilities. Wow, double entendre, crazy lyrically. Had to read a page in Timothy to take it seriously, cause I ain't scared, I ain't got no fear, baby, get with me. Open doors for the people, you can say it's chivalry. I drop bombs, it'll be a day in infamy, mainly cause all my ops feeling painful instantly. Stay for sympathy, not me, creating imagery that everybody you like, I made a simile. Facts.